President of the National Consumers League, Michael Diamond, says his members have expressed unease and want early intervention. The local currency has been losing value to the US dollar in recent weeks, despite the intervention of the central bank. Currency trading closed Monday with the US dollar selling for an average of $141.95. Mr. Diamond states that members of the league are not yet panicking, but some have been vocal about the unpredictable nature of the currency movement. Speaking with our news center, he expressed concern that some increased costs could be passed on to consumers.
There's always a concern because usually the cost is always passed to the end user, and the end user is the consumer. Even though a lot of the manufacturers would have planned ahead, but nevertheless, any change in the exchange rate is something that they attempt to recoup now rather than later. So this is a situation for us as consumers that we definitely don't like the sporadic activity of the dollar, but nevertheless, we do understand that this is a part of the process, especially now that we're moving into a shopping season. But for us, it's a major concern when manufacturers and others will just simply react and pass these expenses on to our consumers.
And Mr. Diamond responded to whether the association members have reported feeling the effects of the currency slide.
The only feedback that we have gotten is their concern is that what happens now going into the holiday season. Does this mean that prices will just rise, willy-nilly, basically without any forewarning? That is their major concern. It also concerns utilities as well, because as we know, the exchange rate also affects, the production for utilities. So they're concerned about that in regards to, are the suppliers, manufacturers, and others, are they required to give notice if there's going to be any significant price changes?
Mr. Diamond is making an appeal to the authorities regarding the depreciation of the Jamaican dollar.
We would ask, we would encourage suppliers and distributors and others to hold off because, again, they plan for the future. So the idea of it is that they anticipate that their cost is going to increase, but at the same time, they should be able to absorb some of it, just as a matter of saying, we do want to make sure that we have economic growth and we want to stimulate growth. We don't want to get consumers into a position where they lose confidence, where they now hold back from spending as well. So they do play a significant role. So as long as they are willing to absorb some of this, the consumers will definitely show their appreciation coming into the shopping season.
Michael Sharp, Frontline News.